Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me, I used to think he was my friend, but now it's Ben.
Damn. I thought we were pals. How dare you?
Could have also gone with, no one man should have all that power. It's Ben.
Man, I forget what the line was. I need to write this shit down. I never do. But there was a good response to like something. I was like, oh, I'm going to hit Hank with this when he says whatever he says. Cannot remember for the life of me what it was.
Writing it down is cheating.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I've been told by you.
Could I get a watch that when I press it, you will arrive to help me out? That would be fantastic. Like, I can't reach the jar of pickles on the top shelf or something.
Unfortunately, no. Go with no.
Boo.
The closest you get is calling me on Discord, I guess.
At designated
me on Discord.
At designated, pinging you on Discord and praying.
Yeah, maybe I'll be awake.
Yeah, but not with anything too spicy. Just like,
Mm-hmm. Yo, check out this picture of Lum.
Bro, I'm losing my mind. Look, it's Superman like playing Street Fighter or Tekken.
Lois said she should wear pants.
That was fucking great. And then cut to her wearing pants in the next episode.
It was she was wearing pants in the next episode.
Pretty fucking good.
Considering like we're not watching these episodes in the order they were made. Really.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was some good continuity there.
In case anyone hasn't picked up on it, we finished out Superman, the animated series.
Superman the animated series. That's it. No more Superman.
This was kind of a, I don't want to say mixed batch, but like it peaked incredibly early. It hit that high note and then nothing else reached it really for me.
Yeah. Well, I think the end of this season is really good, but
yeah, it's solid. It's fine. We'll get there.
Wow. Ben hates Darkseid. Confirmed.
I mean, who wouldn't? He's a dick. Do you like him? Wow, Hank confirmed fucking Darkseid apologist.
But he's God, you know?
Dude, that line was fucking great. I'm many things, Kal-El, but here I'm God. Fuck.
I think a lot of this episode suffers from not enough Luthor, honestly.
I would agree. It suffered from too much military. Surprise, I had that thought again.
Yeah.
I keep thinking that like maybe this time it'll be different. Just never is. But it was fine. Like we didn't get like too much of it. There was just like a few lines where I was like, actually Superman said what I was thinking. He's like, Darkseid literally attacked the Earth before. But then the military guy was like, and maybe we're working with him. Like, yep, is that what it looked like? I know you were watching. I know you got satellites on this shit. You've been watching him and stuff. You should
I mean,
know.
In this case, he was working with him, but
it's just ridiculous. It's just that like the plot itself is fine, but like because we have all the other shit that's happened, I'm like, come on, dude. Like you really. Like, you're not going to accept the mind control thing? Because that, like, out of everything else that's ever fucking happened on this planet up till now, like, mind control is where we are dubious of the truth. Ridiculous.
I'm just saying, at least in this case, Superman did a thing for people to not trust him as much.
Yeah, that's true. No doubt.
He attacked the Earth.
Yeah.
Waving with the Superman flag.
Actually, the bit that... the two bits I'll say that pissed me off are Supergirl was clearly actively fighting against him and they still captured her. Ridiculous. And then like why I don't know why we gotta do this. The doctor is like, I can't trust him. What? Are you kidding? That I didn't like that one at all. That one hurt.
So they did that because the writers all hated that character.
Why did they hate that character? What did he do?
They just never because they in their hearts they knew if when push came to shove, he would be a weasel.
They decided he was a prick and then just had to
Yeah.
hold it in the whole time. Okay.
I think that wasn't even really in the script. It's really the storyboarding that makes him so bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's
like Gollum pose or whatever.
Yeah. But
and they were when they saw that storyboard, like Brewston was so happy. He's like, "Yeah, make him suck. Fuck that guy."
yeah, dude. Look, so I was getting kind of annoyed at the military stuff. The thing that ripped it back into like this is pretty sick is getting to see Lois in fatigues. Like combat Lois is fucking cool as hell. She has the aviators and shit. She's wearing pants.
So fun fact, originally that episode was going to be how the season started instead of the finale.
Huh.
But because they were also, and they were going to like seed in things along the way, or they were going to have things like follow up on it throughout the season that they then cut.
Okay.
But it got pushed back to be the finale because they were also working on Batman at the same time, and the episode was like too big to get done.
Oh, sure, that makes sense.
So instead, we have like really like bittersweet finale to this show. Like the place the show leaves Superman is like pretty dark.
Yeah, it's a little grim.
You know, for
But,
the
like,
last episode of a kid show.
We did get that kiss though.
We did get the kiss.
They gave me that.
So-
I was fucking screaming when I sent you that screenshot. And it's
So
like
that
them in the
screenshot,
light.
them in the light. So they already knew the end of the episode was the kiss.
Sure.
And then those boards came in, and in the boards, she kissed him there. And it was like, God, this is so good. But we can't use the kiss now. It has to be the end of the episode. So they cut it from there. Because they had to have the kiss has to be the end. That's the whole end.
They could have done that. Hear me out. I'm
The,
gonna blow
the other thing is that scene fucking rule. It's like looks so fucking cool.
Dude, it looks really good.
And you're definitely like, yeah, she should kiss him here. What are you doing?
I'll blow their minds. What if you just had her kiss him twice?
Yeah.
It would have been fucking fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was still. I got my catharsis. I was very happy.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite as happy as I was for the first two episodes. Those were fucking great. Well, Volcana is like fine. Like she's pretty good. But the fucking ending was just so good. Like I'm enjoy an island. Like what the fuck?
Superman just loves leaving people in exile. That's his favorite thing
she
to
looked
do.
she was like pretty fine with it. And then the fucking like don't you ever cool down? She says no and blows him a fire kiss. Like that shit's fucking great. It was so good. And then nighttime is just like easily the peak. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Superman.
I mean, you get
being
Superman
Batman.
cosplaying as Batman fighting Bane, and Bane getting his ass kicked.
Dude, that and like he fucking smiles, and the Mad Hatter's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I do think they literally had like they had I think they chickened out a bit by doing like the how did you do that Batman voice? It's like precise muscle control. Like that. Have him do Superman doing an impression of Batman. I think that would have been funner. but whatever. It was still great.
It was still great.
And
Less
just how
great for you is them doing back-to-back Brainiac episodes.
I actually didn't mind. I didn't mind the first one. I think I would have minded less had the second one not come right off the tail. Because like the first one, they don't. He's not in it. Like I just hate him. So him being like the reveal and then it's like immediately done. I didn't really care. Cause like, dude, how could you care after seeing like Superman? Like, how does Batman act? He just like flips his cape a lot. He acts all gloomy, overdoing it. It's so good.
Him like keeping his just like looking up into the sky.
Oh yeah, he did like the hands on the hips thing, like just randomly, like he was doing his Superman shit. Oh, that was great.
Oh,
like,
that's so funny.
Like he doesn't know where the shit is on the belt. And then the fucking, I love it's like the dumb shit of like Bruce Wayne goes into elevator, Batman comes out, and it's been like 0.2 seconds. The fact that canonically Superman is just wearing the Superman spandex under the Batman spandex.
Hell yeah.
He's doubling down. It must have been toasty.
He's fine. He's Superman. He can handle it.
Yeah. It's just
just
so
good.
funny. Yeah. The boots and everything, the cape.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Man.
Even though it's canonical, Superman's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, they're like, does he look bigger to you? Fucking Bane throws the Easter Island head or whatever at him. It crushes him, and he's like, that's impossible. He's been working out.
He's been working out.
Enough leg days, and you could just, it's fine. I think my only note for the Bane fight is that I think we deserved after Bane juiced up, he should have thrown a punch, and we should have got the thing where, like, he doesn't move. You know?
Sure.
Imagine how... Dude, if I was Bane in that situation, I would be shitting my pants. Imagine it's just fucking Batman, and you punch him at full force, and he doesn't fucking move. Like, what the fuck? Help.
Yeah.
No, that entire thing was just incredible.
It's just good.
It's such a good. It's such a fun concept.
True.
So yeah,
Riddler's really fucking pathetic.
Riddler was like super fucking meh. I always wanted to pair my brain with brawn, and then immediately gets wrecked.
He just gets handcuffed.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I didn't even mention the other reason is because we get Roxy back. Fucking incredible intro. I mean, you saw. I was going crazy.
Yeah. Roxy in Metropolis. That was a bad idea on her part.
It was. I don't know what. I mean, well, it's not a bad idea if you want the thrill, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. Dude, also just like, man, she's just so good. Like, fucking, I'll be your friend.
I'll be your friend.
It's so fucking good. The best. The best character. Roxy comic when? Yeah. Shit was popping, and then we ran into the wall that is New Kids in Town. Kind of a do nothing. Boy, I really do love the quality writing, the like Rise of Skywalker bullshit. Fucking somehow Brainiac returned. Literally, we saw him explode. And, like, they didn't even give, like, the clue that, like, oh, like, maybe he's around. Like, we're going to show a little something. At least that makes sense then, right? You get that, I don't know, the comeback or whatever. But we don't even see that. And then it's just, like, 900 years later. Like, oh, he was laying dormant. Really? Then why didn't you do something about it?
Brainiac definitely did more things before that. It was 900 years.
You think? Like, I just hate fucking Brainiac. Like, don't even. And then his dumb line, like, I am the superior survivor of Krypton. What? Is this what this is about? Really? Just insanity.
absorbing all knowledge and then destroying the universe.
I just hate him so much. Just such a shit villain.
Wow.
I think if I had to pick like a villain to just permanently get rid of, I mean it's Baby Doll. Nah, no. Like if they're like, I don't want her shtick, but she's fine as we discussed. Like if they don't do her shtick, she's whatever. But like Brainiac, I don't know. They would have to like completely redo him.
What if they were a green dude in purple short shorts?
What's his, does he have the same shtick? Does he still just like want to collect knowledge and blow up the planet or whatever? Or does he have a new bit? Because like
no,
that's a
mostly
dumb
the bit.
Okay.
Well,
what was his
not,
old? You explained.
Not just absorbing knowledge. She like shrinks cities and puts them in bottles.
That is slightly better, I will say. Like that makes sense because
instead of just like digitizing all this stuff, there's more physicality to it.
Yeah. What was his old origin? Because you said it was like this is like a completely different origin than he normally had. I forget what it was.
It had nothing to do with Krypton. He was just a green alien who looked like, and like he just kind of looks like Luthor. He's like Space Luthor.
Right. No, see that would make
and
it
he has a
way
pet monkey.
Better. That would make it way better.
He also had a pet monkey.
I'm neutral on the pet monkey. I would have to see
Kids
it in
love apes.
That's
okay.
Polls don't lie.
That's how Shonen Jump operates.
But yeah, that was lame. And then the fact that like they're doing like the time travel thing for whatever reason, like, oh, we're gonna have all this shit happen, and then we're gonna wipe his mind because no one should know their future.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
Well, Legion of Superheroes is a big thing in comics. This is just like trying to get a taste of it. Although I don't think this is like the most creative or like best representation of the Legion.
I mean, it didn't make me give a shit.
Yeah. Also, the Legion is also a continuity nightmare in comics, also. But
that shocked, absolutely shocked that there would be a continuity thing in. Comics.
But like when they like do Crisis, it's like, and they like simplify universes and timelines and stuff. It kind of becomes the idea is that when Bruce Wayne was a teen in Smallville, he had all these adventures with the Legion of Superheroes in the future.
You mean Clark Kent?
Clark Kent. Clark Kent had like Superboy adventures but in the future with the Legion, rather than like him being Superboy in Smallville ever. Because with the idea being like he doesn't become like a superhero proper till he moves to Metropolis and becomes Superman. But there were years and years of Superboy comics.
Weird.
So they kind of made that a thing where he would go to the future and have adventures with them, and then got his mind wiped of all that stuff. But
great.
Until like he's an adult, and then they have him remember it all again.
Oh, I mean that like, reading that would feel terrible for me at the time until you get the unwipe. I don't know.
Sure.
It's just nah. The whole it was a dream sort of thing. Like the dream has to be good, Like we got that Scarecrow story. That was a good.
Well, it's not like a thing. It's like kind of happens all at once when you're confronting it. The idea, really, because it is just a retcon, right? Of like,
yeah,
how do we honor this history of the character while sticking with this version of it that we want to for
I guess
for story continuity reasons.
Specifically, there I was talking a little bit more about the episode. I guess, like,
sure,
for just that context of like we're gonna have a thing and then wipe his mind, like meh. But yeah, no, I get for the comic, like that's a good way to, or that's a fine way to handle it, I should say.
Mm-hmm. No, I think like if you were just writing a story like this, it's stupid. But I get why it's like this because you're trying to service a thing that doesn't fit.
Yep. Oh, that's the exact right wording. Like it just felt off. Because like
And they
without...
didn't deal with the fact that there's one of the main members of the Legion is Brainiac 5, who's just another alien of the species Brainiac is of.
Oh,
He takes the title of Brainiac.
Yeah,
But he's a good guy.
yeah. So yeah,
And there are other. I think there are members of the Legion that are more fun than the ones we get here.
I would hope so. These guys were kind of boring as hell. Like they didn't. Like Chameleon Boy was interesting-ish, but that's mostly because he turned into a wall and then poked his head out of the wall. I was a big fan.
And he got donked in the head.
Yeah, then got knocked out of it. Yeah, yeah. Like that was
stuck your head out.
Yeah, dummy. But other two, like, meh. I mean, the fact that I don't even remember their fucking names, like, yeah, they have nothing. They just exist.
I'm trying to remember. Is it? I think it's Ultra Boy, where his powers are. He has all the powers of Superman, but he can only use one of them at a time.
That's actually a pretty cool caveat. That's interesting. I'm fine with it. In theory, I guess. Don't know. We got the Toyman episode.
We did get where he made Barbie.
Yeah. Like just I mean, he made Barbie, but also like fucking, I guess, made her too well, and she was like, I'm a real person. Like, fuck you. Which is great. Good for her.
Yeah. He's real fucking creepy in this episode.
Dude, it was pretty bad.
He sniffs her t-shirt.
Dude, the fact that, like, that has a lot of implications.
Uh-huh.
Like,
that's a lot for this kid show.
He fucking made her. She's a robot, and still, like, it's weird. I don't like it.
She's also a person.
She's also a person. Like, yeah. But did he purposely give her scent glands? Like, what's he smelling? I guess maybe perfume.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
I could get that. I can get that.
Propane? I don't know.
Propane. Fucking, yeah, oil.
She takes the fucking...
Smells like diesel.
She takes the fucking torch to her face.
Yeah. That was good. I mean...
I kind of... So, they shouldn't have done this because this is a kid's show. But there was a part of me that was like... wanted the scene to be like Lana walking in on her taking a blowtorch to her face before realizing she's a robot. Being horrified for completely different reasons.
Yeah. No, that'd be pretty funny. I mean, like, not for those kids, but fuck those kids.
It was fucked up enough.
Yeah. That was also a good
there's just that one screw. She just has to tighten.
Yeah. It was a good like reveal though. Like because I'm watching this trying to think like what the fuck, because Superman's in her house or whatever, like no food, nothing. They're like literally nothing. There's no food in the fridge. I'm like, okay, so like she's just like temporarily here, or she's not actually staying here. I wasn't expecting robot. That wasn't on my list. Or Android? Is it Android? She's an android, right? By terminology, yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, and then he fucking puts her in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
not
bad.
good.
Oh, but yeah, but we got fucking Tekken.
We did get Superman put into a fighting game, and he starts reading his opponent.
And the best part is that I even made this joke in a Discord thing. They show Toyman like at the controller. I'm like, holy shit, he's on a leverless. He's using a hitbox. Oh,
He is. That's true.
It was so good. Yeah, no. Superman starts reading him, doing all the like left
When we
jab.
learned Superman's really good at video games. He can just read you immediately.
Yeah, no, you're fucked. He's using hacks. He keeps perfect parrying me.
He can't just predict the AI. It's too complicated for that. Uh-oh, I better take over.
I do kind of like that, though. Toyman's like, this AI is so complex, he won't be able to... Shit. Well, I'm better than the AI. Then why wouldn't you lead with that? Lazy, lazy, lazy. Yeah. And, like, I mean... Am I, like, was the implication at the end of that episode, like, Toyman is in the box, right?
I don't fucking know.
It has to. What else would it be? It has
her
to be.
gear for repairing herself. I don't know.
What, a
blowtorch?
single blowtorch?
I don't know.
Look, blowtorches that big exist, but they're just tanks on wheels. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird that we just got the box and nothing else. But
I mean, I think that guy would be able to pick up Toyman. Toyman can't be that heavy.
you don't fucking know. That maybe his whatever the hell, his shell is thick as hell.
No.
He do be kind of pear-shaped. Got a lot of junk in the trunk. Hey, he's literally junk in the trunk. Hey-oh.
True.
I'm glad she got her come up. I was like, like Superman should just let her like fucking handle this.
Yeah.
Don't get involved.
You should just take off.
Yeah. Like, and she had it too. Like, we didn't, she was on top of shit.
Except for the part where she couldn't kill him. She didn't have the circuitry.
Yeah, but like she, the helicopter and stuff. She got there. She figured it out.
She could break everything else.
She like dark-sided that shit. I can't go to Earth, but I can like fuck with a person who then goes to Earth.
I can't kill you, but I don't have to save you either.
Yeah.
Batman Begins it.
Trying to think when this would be. I can't think of the moment you're referring to.
No, the line. I'm not gonna kill you, but I don't have to save you either. That's the line from Batman Begins.
Oh, I don't know.
I was just saying the same thing.
Who does
in a
he
different
say
way.
it to? Does he say it to Ra's al Ghul?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He says it to Ra's al Ghul. I think you
Sorry.
find that character's name is in that movie.
I want to say the right name because if I don't, I'll fuck it up later. That still bugs me. I had no idea.
Well, I think if you're doing it at Arabic, it would be Ra's al Ghul is the thing, but the guy who created the character said it was Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, I mean,
But that dude's white, so I don't even fucking know what you should do, honestly.
There's a bit of nuance there. I mean, I would go with what the character name is intended to be, personally. Because, like, we already do a shitload of that in America, right? Like, how many people are over here with different names? Shit, that happened to me when I went to Russia. My name immediately got fucked. But, like, that's how it is sometimes. I don't think it's a bad thing, necessarily, as long as it's not, like, out of malice. It's better than fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender movie where we had our beloved protagonist Aang. That was incredible.
Yeah.
Little big head man was rough.
Yeah, that's not a great episode.
Did not
Did not
need it.
It's not a great reason to bring back.
It's
Spitlick.
It's a bad reason to bring him back. It's a bad reason to bring Bizarro back. It made Superman look like a dick. It was all bad. The only thing that
and they were on commentary tracks. The episodes the producers and people on those commentaries brought up as like two of their worst episodes are Little Big Head Man and Superman's Pal. I think it was on a round table.
They didn't like Superman's Pal?
No, they also didn't like that one.
What was the reasoning for that one?
I don't know, just like it just didn't work that well.
I mean, yeah, it was. I'm not saying it was good. It was kind of meh, but like,
yeah. It's just doing Metallo again. It's like not interesting.
Yeah, that's fair.
And like the Jimmy Olsen thing, like the Jimmy Olsen comics are the fucking are some of the weirdest shit out there, and they just didn't they didn't do anything creative with doing a Jimmy Olsen story.
Sure.
They didn't turn his head into a lion head. They didn't make him a turtle man. They didn't have him give Superman a sweater or a robe.
I mean, I really don't have that much for Little Big Head Man. Like Mr. What's his name's wife was pretty good. Like, she was funny.
Mix, yes, spit lick.
I'm just gonna say Mr. Mix.
Mix,
call it there.
Yes, spit lick. They spelled it out very clearly in the last episode. With visual aids and everything.
But the problem is I have subtitles on, I read it, and I look at it, and I'm like, I can't make sense of this. It's
Mix, yes, spit, lick.
The problem is I'm still looking at it on Wikipedia, and it's fucking me up. I think if I had turned subtitles off while watching like any episode with him, it'd probably be better. But yeah, Mix, yes, spit, lick.
Yeah.
Well, I'll remember it for this time and then forget it by the next time his name comes up. So, baby steps. His wife was great. Just because she was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, you're gonna get bonked for messing with shit." And then she's like his lawyer. She gets turned into a fucking tree. Like she was pretty good. It's a bit of a specific, like, personal pull, but I actually thought the stuff with, in a way it was a little rough, but I thought the intro stuff with Bizarro, like, doing the, like, saving the town or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. These little people. I actually thought that was pretty good, but that's because it reminds me of, like, my cousin, who is special needs, and he plays like that, right? So like that kind of like hit a sort of sweet spot for me, like literally sweet. I was like, oh, like that. I like that kind of. And then everything else was ruined.
Sure,
wasn't great. And especially Superman at the end being like, "Here's a reward." Fucking gasses him, takes him back to the planet. Like, god damn, really? You could have just fucking. That's really it. Like. Just explain shit to him, Like, you still should treat him like a goddamn person. Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It is what it is.
Yeah, okay, I say terrible. It's terrible in the context of the show. It could have been a lot fucking worse. Like, it's not like it's heinous. Yeah. It's just like...
Yeah.
Bleh. Also, because that first episode with Bizarro was
not what you want.
Yeah.
It's not what you want.
They could have just done the one episode with him and left him on an incredibly high note. But no.
Man. But again, it's like just a lot of these episodes just aren't as creative as they could be.
Yeah.
It's really my main problem with a lot of this season is the ambition is just not high enough especially for doing like a bunch of these characters a second or third or seventh time or whatever.
Yeah. We got. Oh yeah, next I almost skipped one.
Absolute Power.
Pretty meh. Again.
Jaxer and Maul are back.
How did you
And they're
get back?
doing the obvious thing.
Fucking two meteors collided in a black hole and ripped a hole in the fabric of space-time. Dude, I think, they could have used any, meteors, really? Just two rocks hitting each other is all it fucking took to rip open a hole to the Phantom Zone?
Uh-huh.
It's like the most
And only these two got let out.
Yep. So that
It's kind of like Warrior Queen, but worse. The Maxima episode from last season.
How is it like it? What part is like it?
Just like, I don't know. You're just this other planet with a tyrant. Gotta stop him. I don't know.
Yeah, but the difference is like Maxima's cool.
Yeah. That's why it's better.
Yeah. No, and plus these guys also we've been what was it?
But
what did Mala say? We've been developing our powers.
The thing of that Superman's can I? It's you're out of your jurisdiction, Superman.
Yeah.
And then the evil triumphs when good men do nothing, end quote for this episode. It's what if Superman just stopped them and you didn't have any of that theming? I don't know.
I mean, I thought it was. I mean, I guess I was thinking of it purely in the context of the episode. Like Superman, obviously he's speaking directly to the fucking child watching the show. But
yeah,
in the context of Superman, I thought because I'm an adult, I was like, it's kind of nice seeing Superman not being perfect because he is still a man, and him being I was wrong in this one. I was wrong with that.
I think it's better when Superman's correct and less good when Superman's wrong. As an adult who has seen the gray Superman too many times, I think it's more fun when Superman's just good.
I don't know. Thinking about it, I think it's okay when it's not this was a little incident, I don't need a whole fuck. I don't want to do 30 issues of Superman in a weird nebulous area between right and wrong. But him being nope, you know what? I was wrong on this point, and I should have realized that. That's fine. I think, as someone who hasn't.
But I've had 30 years of Superman being stuck in the nebulous zone or being evil. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think it's better when I think it hits harder when you just make him. Superman does the right thing. He knows the right thing to do. He's Superman. If any character is the one who just knows the right thing and does the right thing, it's him.
Yeah. But I mean, you also
gotta give me one. All I want is the one. I don't need every character to be that.
He did make the argument that if they got into it, a lot of people might die.
Yeah. That's true.
That makes sense.
And this whole
because that was Darkseid's entire plan was we're gonna get the world into a war with Superman, and then the world will be fucked.
But you know what the thing is that last episode is better than this.
Well, yeah.
So I let that one slide. Whereas this episode's pretty kind of mid. So I think it would just. So I'm more clear on it would just be better if he were just good.
Yeah, I see.
Because this episode isn't. It's not like I'm fucking losing. This episode isn't that good.
Yeah. No,
what are we talking about?
Right. You're right. Yeah. That classic issue. No, and it's not like Mala and Jaxer are good enough on their own.
And this thing of Superman telling you the moral at the end, I also think is less good than the way that final episode handles it, of him actually doing the thing, being proactive and it just not fucking working, really, at least leaving you unsatisfied. I think is a way better story to tell.
Sure. Man,
than him just being fucking wishy-washy.
I just had a fucking thought.
Yeah.
What if instead of Mala and Jaxer, he was dealing with a planet that was being subjugated by Maxima and Lobo? That just sounds so much more fun.
It doesn't it?
Like I don't care at all. I thought their first episode that they were in was like pretty solid, just like plot wise. I mean, like I don't like how they got out of the. I had my issues with that too, but like them existing is what is totally fine. But like this, I'm like, okay, they're not interesting enough to revisit.
No.
Yeah. Whatever. I had questions on the Green Lantern episode.
Sure.
Because, like, first off, I was surprised we got a Green Lantern episode. That was pretty cool. So the first I have internalized Green Lantern as a character was through DC's Superhero Girls, and that was Hal Jordan as Green Lantern. I mean, they focus on like
Yes, he's the original Silver Age Green Lantern.
Yeah.
There was a Green Lantern before him, but his weakness was wood.
I think you mentioned,
and he was
this,
more
yeah.
and he was more of like a magic based thing. The whole like Green Lantern Corps and the Guardians and it being more sci-fi and the Green Lantern Corps being space cops. That's like a Silver Age thing. And also those comics are very racist.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's I mean, to be clear, in DC Superhero Girls, the Green Lantern that we follow is Jessica Cruz.
Sure.
And Hal Jordan just exists as like an arrogant shitbag who hangs out.
I will also say, so they're using the 90s, I think it's 90s, version of Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner, who is an artist. That's his thing. But he just looks like Hal Jordan. His costume looks like Hal Jordan's, and he has brown hair like Hal Jordan. Actual Kyle has black hair. So that's just a weird detail. And like Kyle Rayner never got his ring from Abin Sur. That's all Hal Jordan's origin. Having like Sinestro is all from Hal Jordan stuff.
We've seen the Green Lantern like origin thing. I was gonna ask if was that also Kyle Rayner? I couldn't remember offhand.
No, that's Hal Jordan.
It was Hal Jordan? Okay. I could not for the life of me remember.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's Hal Jordan in New Frontier.
It was okay. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is New Frontier, but the shit all blurs the names all blur together.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it. I like Green
because
Lantern.
that's Hal Jordan he was created in the 60s or whatever. Kyle Rayner becomes Green Lantern only after they have Hal Jordan become evil. And murder all the other Green Lanterns.
I did notice we got the Hal Jordan name drop though on the side of that plane. Captain Hal Jordan.
Oh, that's funny.
And I was like, that's what got him like, are we
that.
doing like a thing? Yeah, it was on the jet that he is by. Wow, fake fan. Doesn't even notice the details.
I didn't notice that one, no.
I thought I like this episode. I like Green Lantern. Also, it just to me it's cool whenever they like introduce these other heroes and stuff cuz first off, I'm still scarred from so many people trying to do good and then turning into villains. But also I just continue to not expect like, oh shit, they did like a thing with the Flash, they did Green Lantern. Later we get Aquaman. I'm like, this is fucking sick. Like I like seeing this.
Yeah, when we get Green Lantern on the Justice League, it will not be Kyle Rayner, though.
Yeah, who is it there?
It's John Stewart.
John Stewart, right. Because I knew. I'm like, I remember Hank saying that, like, the Green Lantern that we, like, see a little bit is not the one that he's, like, attached
Kyle
to.
Rayner is the fourth human Green Lantern of this type of Green Lantern. Like, not counting Alan Scott, the original one.
Gotcha.
There's Hal Jordan, there's Guy Gardner, there's John Stewart, and there's Kyle Rayner.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we'll
yeah.
get like actual Green Lantern Corps stuff in Justice League too.
I kind of figured.
Yeah.
Just because that makes like when I think
Yeah.
about the stuff that we'll be seeing in Justice League, I'm like, it has to be a little expanded in scope
Yeah.
because you can't just like, oh no, someone's fucking. There's one villain in a city. We got to send like 8 people after him.
Yeah. It's just a thing, like, because I like only half remember some of these versions of these characters because they're all pretty different than the versions. Like,
Yeah.
the one-off versions they do of these Justice League characters in the show do not line up with the versions they do for the ongoing show in general. Aquaman's not like personality-wise that different, but he looks like when we get him in Justice League, he has the 90s Aquaman look where he's got long hair and a beard. And then
Hell yeah, it's so superior Aquaman look. I see.
whereas like some of these are trying to go for more like classic looks, sort of streamlined. Like I think the reason they went with Hal Jordan Green Lantern look is because it's a more streamlined, where Kyle Rayner Green Lantern's actual look is more 90s and like a little bit over designed.
Let me do a little Google.
Like
Kyle
his mask, his like.
What's this?
all
What
these
is
features.
Google? What is Google suggesting to me? Kyle Rayner White Lantern.
That's later stuff.
I mean, I fucking assume. Yeah. Okay. I gotcha. I see what you mean.
Like,
I like this version where he has a fucking 6-pack just absolutely stacked.
that makes sense. 90s, baby.
Like in all these, yeah. Oh, this one is weird. Oh, I think that's okay. I see. That's fan art. It's like that doesn't look like how abs work. It's just someone doing their best. What do we got? Hell yeah. What you think? I think his fucking neck looks jacked.
Yeah, he's a 90s character.
Dude, I'm about it.
He has like knee pads and things.
Yeah. I see that.
And like they kept trying, like the part of the thing they were doing with like versions after Hal Jordan was like give them reasons to do more interesting things with the powers, because like Hal Jordan would just always make a big fist with the Green Lantern or whatever. So they like
yeah.
John Stewart is in the comics originally he's an architect, and then Kyle Rayner is an artist.
Okay.
To like
Shit. So he was out. Not Rayner, but he was out here, fucking Fortnite building. I see.
Mm-hmm. Whereas like, Hal Jordan is a test pilot.
Yeah.
I don't remember what Guy Gardner was, other than a jerk. Yeah, that was Guy Gardner's origin. He was a jerk.
Classic.
Red-blooded American male.
Yeah.
He had orange hair and a bowl cut. He wore a vest.
Classic. Fucking
Like one of the most first memorable moments in comics is Batman punching him in the face.
Hell yeah.
So that's the Green Lantern they use for Batman Brave and the Bold.
Oh, okay. Great.
Because
So,
if you're gonna do a more comedic thing, he's a good pull.
Yeah. We also got like a bit of is it literally just Yellow Lantern? Like Sinestro? With his little yellow
Yeah, it's
ring?
it's just Sinestro. They come up with extreme lore for other colors of lanterns like after that, like later. Like probably like 10 years after this, I think.
Okay.
Is when Jeff Johns starts plotting that stuff out and doing stuff with it. But it's kind of just so in like this version of Green Lantern, his original kryptonite is the color yellow.
Yeah, see that I remember you mentioning.
So that's why Sinestro has yellow ring powers, because it's like the ultimate counter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So they'd kind of, soft nerfed or whatever.
I mean, as a Green Bay Packers fan, yeah, there's no more opposing colors than green and yellow. They do not mix.
It's not like one is made of so they get into it, but it's the whole thing. There are rules. They all represent a different thing.
I'm gonna look up.
It was all done after the fact.
I'm gonna really get into color theory, and I'm gonna poke holes in all of it.
Sure. The yellow comes to represent fear.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like you get scared, you piss yourself. Piss is yellow because you're dehydrated. Like yeah.
Because the Green Lantern is supposed to have no fear, like Daredevil. And their willpower.
Sounds like a classic case of
guess what? They had fear.
Yeah, you can still have fear. That sounds like a thing that's reasonable to have.
What? We never had an episode of Batman the Animated Series specifically about that or anything.
No. Superman's pal. Very
yeah.
What can I say? I like metal.
She should have just been Metallo. Like somehow Metallo should have just become that lady. That would have been better.
How would I put Metallo in there in a better way? Yeah, like anything else. Anything else would be more interesting.
Pretty much.
Absolutely anything else.
Like, God, we have gone to the Metallo well too many times. Just with like no other thing to it.
Yeah. I at least thought they were gonna give us like Metallo has changed and like he's like a good person now or something.
Nope.
No.
We're so past them doing anything interesting with him.
Yeah. Fucking I kind of liked, not that it was incredibly interesting or innovative or whatever the hell, but like I kind of like the bits with Jimmy, like he knows Superman, and then everyone's like, yo, fucking tell Superman to come down here with sell cars. Like, yeah, dude, because that's exactly what would fucking happen. His life would be a nightmare. So out of sympathy, I was like, this is pretty good. Like, because that would suck ass. Please don't put me on TV.
Yep.
I couldn't remember if it was Clark Kent or Superman. Angela, what's her name? Angela Chen asking for the statement. Superman's like, you wouldn't want it. Fucking leaves. That shit was great. Oh, just the venom. It's so good. God. But yeah, other than that, and then like the watch thing, I was just like, how many of these watches did they sell after this? I want a fucking Superman watch.
I don't know if they sold any. That's a classic Jimmy Olsen thing of him having the Signal watch.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's just like a Silver Age idea or whatever. So
I want a Superman watch. I like that we actually got to see it used. I wasn't sure that we would fucking see it at all.
Yeah. Again, I just think like you could do so much more with Jimmy Olsen and Superman. It could be so much more. This episode's just fine. It's whatever. forgettable.
Yeah.
They've gone to the Metallo well too many times.
Yeah. And like I suppose I like this version of Jimmy Olsen better than My Adventures with Superman. I guess they each have,
Sokka?
I mean, where he's a conspiracy theorist.
Where he's just comedy Sokka.
Where it's
not serious Sokka.
Yeah, where it's just that, and where it's only like they go so early, it tapers off. But early on, it was just like, God damn, get a different shtick. If someone was only talking about that shit constantly, like I'm not gonna remain friends with them. I couldn't bear it.
No.
And it was true for like anything. Like if someone was talking about nothing but a single thing like that all the goddamn time, like
I've lived that.
Hell yeah. Is it me talking about plant women?
No, his childhood friends just
Yeah.
getting completely caught up on 9/11 was an inside job.
Oh,
Literally,
you mean okay, specifically the conspiracy stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
actually can't. And like it's just fucking annoying and boring at a certain point. It was just like why is this the only thing you're like capable of talking about? It's just like
yeah, dude, 100%. For that and for that particular kind of topic, like it would be like,
just like a human being actually becoming like a comedy parody version of a person.
Yeah. So, well, this version of Jimmy is fine, even though he's. I mean,
on my version of Jimmy would be lamer.
Sure,
more of a square.
Yeah. I mean, if it's the version I'm thinking of that you've told me about with the suit,
yeah,
that sounds fun. I was gonna say this Jimmy has some bad moments, but then he is just like a fucking kid. Like he's like 15 or something, right? 16.
I don't know how old he is. We never see him in school, so it's unclear to me.
I thought there was something that like suggests he was very young, but because even in the first episode with Volcana, like when she comes in, he's like, "This is for my private collection." I was like, "Jimmy, no, no."
Yeah,
but like, I'm not condoning that behavior, but also as someone who was a dumb fuck teenage boy who got better, I allow for that behavior to exist in a non-harmful way as long as you grow out of it. But Jimmy, no. The film got burnt anyway. It's fine. Fucking private collection. Don't say it out loud.
But how would we, the audience, know if he didn't say it out loud?
They could have just, Hope Clark had a fucking talk with him later.
And then we had the Aquaman episode.
It was okay.
So this is another one where the efforts that I think they're like, they start really heavily in the 90s, but like to make Aquaman cooler, I think I have evidence of this because he's just better in Brave and the Bold. If you just made him lamer, it's better. Sure. Trying to make him cooler.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's just not correct. Because, for one thing, they're just making him closer to Namor, which is Marvel version of the same exact character.
Gotcha.
But he's just never going to be as good as Namor, because Namor hangs out in his underwear with his shirt off all the time. It's just better.
Yeah.
You know? Namor's the Aquaman that fucks, you know?
If
you just make Aquaman, if you lead into him being corny and kind of lame, it works better.
Yeah. Oh, I think I would agree. Just for like what the character is and just like the bits that I've
Brave and the Bold Aquaman, the best version of Aquaman.
It says a lot about this episode and like how good or I guess interesting, I'll say, stuff was. That my main point from this and what I was thinking about after the episode while the credits were rolling and shit was like, if seagulls are controllable by Aquaman, where is this line like falling? Like,
It's just he has telepathy.
but he said he has control over creatures of the sea.
That's what he says. He just has telepathy.
So, like, in theory,
animals.
a bear.
Like in theory, yeah.
So he's the fucker who's like a 2/2 bear in Magic is actually just it's on the lightning bolt chart or whatever.
Yeah, it's a fish.
Like,
Is this a fish? Yes.
yeah. That's actually fucking. I mean, that's great. That's a hilarious way.
I mean, he's controlling killer whales. Those are mammals.
He said creatures of the sea, Hank.
The fuck does that mean?
I don't
Biologically.
know. Seagulls were there. Can he control coral? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but you can tell it to do stuff, but I know it's moving at a slower
Glacial
register.
pace. Yeah. So yeah, I was just like, man, he really went in on those seagulls. That's interesting. Is it because sea is in the name? Is that where we're like
Yes.
on the
Uh-huh. Yeah.
line?
That's where the line is. Is it plausibly ocean related? Then
Yeah.
sure, Aquaman can talk to it.
Yeah.
Or command it telepathically or whatever.
Yeah. It was. I mean, other than that, like it was a fine episode. I think the fucking whale ship was cool as hell. Like
Whale
that
ship
thing
is
looks,
cool.
That thing looks sick. It was so big. I like big things. But I don't know.
But it's no monstro or whatever giant sea beast namer calls up in the original Fantastic Four stories from, so I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's also it's no Godzilla. Though we did get Godzilla bait in the in this batch of episodes. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess I'm more excited to see like corny Aquaman now that you brought it up. Like, that's what I'll be looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
And the Unity episode was super funny to me. Is this just what you were thinking of when there's the Rick and Morty episode about Unity? Like, did you immediately think of this?
I don't think so. I don't even remember that episode of Rick and Morty though.
It's an earlier one. It's not like it's recent. I mean, it's the same thing, right? Like Hive Mind, and it was like Rick.
I'm sure I saw it.
Yeah. But I was just like, damn, like the Unity, and then the like kind of how it works. Like that just seems like a direct spoof now.
Yeah,
which I know.
Rick and Morty takes lots of shit directly from comics. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, and a lot of it I know, but this was just such like a specific thing.
Sure.
So that was kind of
like
cool.
The whole Council of Ricks thing is just like directly pulled out of Fantastic Four.
Gotcha. Or like what's anyway, it was a fine episode.
Yeah, it's just gross.
Got to do stuff. It's pretty fucking gross.
I think it's an episode fans didn't like because it was just gross.
It's just
They're
gross.
like,
Dude,
ugh.
that guy fucking
just made people uncomfortable.
I mean, I sent you that screenshot. That dude inflated like immediately.
You did. So maybe some people really liked it.
The whole people like in between my age, your age, whatever, watching this, and then the whole wave of deviant art users was born.
Yeah. I think one of the Futurama movies is just this plot too.
That sounds correct.
I think that creates that Rick and Morty episode also.
Yeah, it would. I'm sure. Yeah. Like, I feel like this isn't like an uncommon plot. You know?
No.
People do like a hive mind.
Yeah.
I thought
the
like
generic sci-fi idea.
It's funnier now even like that I've encountered a few other times that like in Rick and Morty the hive mind idea is like he's fucking the hive mind.
Yeah.
But Yeah.
Yeah, so you have this, then you have Futurama where it's the hive mind is dating, and then Rick and Morty where it's fucking. It's escalation.
Yeah. I did actually initially. I thought I was going crazy when I saw the silhouette of the Reverend. I thought it was gonna be Farmer Brown for a second. Like, holy shit!
It's kind of like a similar thing of just here's this dude.
Yeah,
he's wearing a hat.
Yeah, he's in a hat. Who else could it fucking be?
He's wearing black. He's in a hat.
He's in a hat. He's in fucking Kansas. It couldn't possibly be anyone else but a farmer. I like a good Reverend character, like that archetype.
Sure.
Like tricking people. I mean, I don't root for him, of course.
Uh-huh.
To be clear.
Yeah. Yeah, just hitting on the like tent mega church thing, but it's just objectively evil,
Yeah.
I'm for it.
I thought the tent was pretty funny. Like, just gonna set up a big old fucking circus tent. And I like that there's not even like any the Unity creature is not even like hiding. It's just fucking there. It's just in the middle.
It is not good at stealth.
No,
it's incredible. It's very funny that it's so bad at hiding itself.
Dude, yeah, it's like the people who are infected or whatever. Like, there's not even an attempt for them to be like normal. Pretty much, it's just like we are Unity.
Uh-huh.
And they walk like their hands out and everything. Like they're just rolling. Like, oh, okay, so we want to do like a zombie episode, but like that was a little out of the scope of children's programming or whatever.
I don't know. They're doing it the way you would do it if it were a comedy, but it's just being played straight.
Yeah. But yeah, they did have those tendrils. That tendril came out of his chest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Some of them were coming out of the forehead. Some of them were coming out of the mouth. Some of them were coming
out
of the chest.
The mouth tentacles were the most cursed, of course.
So, it's not a... Then you get like the, Rick and Morty. It just comes out of your dick. It's just...
Well, because it's the tentacle is coming out of their mouth, but I like how infecting other people in Rick and Morty is just throwing up into their mouth.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, when you're going for, like, the comedy, like, taking it up to the next level.
Yeah.
Coming out of the groin, coming out of the butt, or whatever.
Yeah,
it's just, like, the obvious
the
place
tentacles
to go.
out of the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, like, the obvious joke.
Yeah. And we had a really mediocre Ra's al Ghul episode.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not very good.
Talia called Batman beloved, but I didn't believe it. She wasn't selling me.
It's like, what if we just took the plot of the old Ra's al Ghul episodes, but ripped out everything that was interesting about it, and just made it all less good?
Yep.
But that's Superman's here.
Yeah. No,
it's so much worse than like the original Ra's al Ghul story.
Dude, because those were like they were really good. Maybe there was like I can't remember if there was one that was like a little less good, but like all the ones I remember, I'm like, these were fucking fire, and this one was just not. No, it did not capture me in any way.
Yeah, I think the first two-parter is like the one, and it's kind of been diminishing returns, but this is the most diminishing returns.
I mean, also because this is the only one that we've had with the art change, right? We didn't have one in Batman Adventures.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because like we saw Talia, and I was like, "Is it Talia?" Like I had to fucking ask, because I'm like, she just looked. To quote popular TikTok video thing, like she looks like every other bitch. Like she's just here.
This is the problem with this art style.
Yeah. Also, I guess because like we didn't immediately like it's not like she's facing off against Batman to have that dynamic. Also, that's really it. She says beloved, but there's no tangible dynamic. Like they're just using the words that that are supposed to be used. That was really for a second there.
It is the other thing of just like in general, the time skip for Batman. Like he is just over all these bitches.
Yeah,
he's not catching feelings in the same way.
Got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
Yeah, he's over it. His heart is hardened.
Dude, you know what? We did get the thing with Lois too. In this, where she's like, you know, I've thought about picking up the phone. Da da da. She fucking turns around. He's not even listening. He's just gone.
Yeah.
I should get better locks. That shit was great.
It takes pheromones and being a plant lady to really get Bruce after the time skip.
That's after the time skip. Yeah.
There needs to be mind control actually involved somehow.
Yeah.
Or like Poison Ivy and Harley with the black lipstick.
Hell yeah.
In the Christmas episode.
That was a good episode.
Yeah.
That was a fun time. Mostly I remember the montage was very fun.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we get Buff Raish in this.
Buff Raish, yeah.
It's just like
boring as hell.
It's less good of the Bane fight.
Yep. Yeah. I thought for a second, because I think that wasn't too long ago, I asked you about like, is there any blue kryptonite? And I forget if you said no or you didn't know or whatever. And I was like, oh shit, is it blue kryptonite? No, it's just magic.
It's just
got excited for a second.
Classic Native American magic, you know.
Yeah. That little bit in the beginning was kind of funny. It's just beads and blankets. That's my culture. Oh fuck. Have you met Clark Kent?
Lois out here getting canceled.
Lois out here putting her foot so far into her mouth that even the people into that are like, chill. Yeah. I mean, I feel it though. Sometimes you go to a museum and you're taking in all this stuff. You're like, is this kind of a thing?
Sure.
It's just a rock.
And then we have the 2-part finale, Legacy.
Yeah. Which, we talked about a bit.
Superman gets mind controlled.
Yeah.
And then he gets to beat up everyone on Apocalypse.
He fucking rinses them.
Yeah, no.
I've
rewatched that fight between Superman and Darkseid many times, let me tell you.
That fight is fucking fire, dude.
And the way Paul Dini like storyboarded Paul Dini wrote that episode. Bruce Timm storyboarded that fight and he's like, I only am really good at storyboarding a fight if like both people like hate each other. Like I kind of need both sides. If it's just generic action, I don't have like ways to make it interesting. But if they fucking hate each other, I got it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So that was the key to that being like their climactic fight of their show was like making Superman just fucking hate Darkseid in a way he kind of doesn't hate any of his other villains.
Yeah, dude. Oh no, like he was pissed. And it was great.
And this is also like a villain he can really punch.
Oh yeah, totally.
He does get to punch Luthor though because he's under the red light.
Yeah,
he doesn't have any powers.
I noticed
he gets
that.
to deck him.
Just punch it. Yeah. Can I have one last request? Pow. Just
punch him with his full strength because he's not at full strength.
Yep.
And then fucking Luthor in the neck brace at the end.
Yeah, dude. He's like talking through his fucking. You can't open his jaw properly.
It's fucking Kanye over here. No one man should have all that power with his jaw wired shut. Through the wire.
So good. Yeah, no, the ending of the Superman Darkseid fight where like he throws him down and says, "Do what you will," or whatever. Do
and
he's yours.
The colors are all blown out of his costume.
Yeah. And
his soul. They made that joke on the commentary track.
Well, the fact that they like pick him up, they're like, "Master," like that.
Yeah.
It's like the tragedy of that, but also just like setting Darkseid up for fucking I'm God.
Yeah.
Hot damn, dude.
Here I'm God.
It's so good. No, that was an incredible fight.
Yeah. I have one thing that I have to get off my chest. Because I was just listening to the commentary track. And they say, Paul Dini says like he thinks like if he makes a comment of like, because a thing people say that I've just heard for years was that Jack Kirby didn't really get to finish the New Gods. Like the comic book he was writing called The New Gods kind of doesn't, the Fourth World stuff doesn't have an ending, except it does. It's just, it was like a graphic novel from like 1985 after the fact that he wrote, and it has like a thematic ending for the New God stuff that exists, and it's distinctly different from this. And Paul Dini was like, you know, if Jack had been able to write an ending, I think it would have been kind of like this. And I'm just like, no, he did write an ending, and it was distinctly different from this. Like, the Apocalypse gets overrun by the Hunger Dogs, who are like the crazed people of Apocalypse, who like tear everything apart.
Hell yeah.
Darkseid does not get to remain on top.
Yeah. I mean,
it's about like the whole end of it is like about approaching the future through possibility of hope, and Darkseid being like left behind in the past. Like there's an ending to the New God stuff, and I don't know why. Like I feel like I can kind of get it in like an age before the internet. Maybe you just didn't read that story, but like
sure.
I heard that the New Gods didn't have an ending for so long. I believed it. And then I read that comic and I was like, wait, no, this is the ending. He wrote the ending to the story. What are you fucking talking about? Like, not everyone didn't die or whatever. It didn't like, but like New Genesis and Apocalypse blow up. Like, it's an ending that is like not canonical, because like those characters have to keep existing in DC or whatever. So I don't think anything ever followed up on that comic. So in that way, it didn't have an end, but like it had an end. The like there's a page in it that's not like the last page, but like the like climax that is one of my favorite pages of comics I've ever fucking seen. Like I love it. Nice. I think part of it is like the header on was the header on my Twitter for a while. I don't think it is anymore. I think I went back to the Ghost Stories thing, but I have the Thing reading the Ghost Stories book, and then I have Ghosts reading a Human Stories book. That joke is funny.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah, but there's like this panel of like Orion saying like we're going into the future overture or whatever. It's like powerful to me in terms of like representing Jack Kirby comics, and I was just like gotta bug up my butt because like I listened to these commentary tracks and I was like, well, I guess the New Gods didn't have an ending, and they're just fucking wrong. I was lied to. Anyway, rant over.
Yeah, no, I mean that would get me if I was in it.
Yeah. And I will say this is an experience I have many times. When you learn about comics by reading Wikipedia also often just fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Well, and leaves stuff out. Just like doesn't, like things that exist are like not represented or whatever.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, I guess like I don't know. Like I like the ending here, but I like the good ending, right?
Yeah.
Like the hope
No.
ending. Like
In Jack Kirby's The Fourth World, good wins.
Yeah.
And that is not what happens here.
Yeah.
So I would just say that is different from the Jack Kirby vision of this stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I liked watching. I like that fucking.
No, I fucking love
But,
this episode. Like, I'm not mad about it in
Yeah.
terms of like watching this episode
I
of this cartoon.
I guess I'm more thinking
I
like
love this episode as an episode of a TV show.
I guess I'm thinking like if this episode was exactly the same, except when he throws Darkseid down, they start like beating his ass. Like, would that make me more happy
No,
than our current?
That wouldn't
thing?
be-
I'm
that
like, I
wouldn't
don't
be
think
better.
It would. Yeah.
for the story they're telling, like it wouldn't be the
Yeah.
appropriate ending.
Yeah.
Like, I just think there's no way. Like, this is like more of a non-ending than the New Gods actually had. It's all I'd say.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
like
this is
if like I would be maybe be more annoyed at like the bittersweetness of this ending if like they didn't then go on to make Justice League, which like it's like getting to follow up on these ideas and do more or whatever.
sure.
Um,
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's the thing too. Like
But,
watching
like-
all of this with the context that I know we still got Justice League, so like any of this shit could come
Yeah.
back in theory.
Yeah, and Justice League only like started like a year after this ended.
Yeah.
Like because also these episodes came out pretty late. Like Batman
Or
Beyond had already
2000.
started. Yeah. And these episodes didn't air till 2000.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Justice League starts at the end of 2001. So
Gotcha.
it was not like this long period of nothingness or whatever. They were still working on this stuff.
Yeah.
It is just a weird note to end. It is a weirdly kind of somber note to end the series on.
They didn't end it on that. No, they ended it on the kiss.
They do end it on the
Idiot.
kiss. You're right.
It's the perfect note.
I just mean like the where Superman's
Yeah.
at with the world.
Oh yeah. No, he's nobody gives a fuck about that. Where is he at with Lois though? You can start with what? You start one person at a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
All about it.
Fair.
Dude, we fucking finished Batman and Superman.
We did.
That feels kind of weird. I mean, I know we have Batman Beyond technically, but like that, different. It feels kind of weird. It's been a while.
This is the end of Tim Daly as Superman. Superman's gonna have a different voice actor.
Ah, shit.
Let
I've grown accustomed.
me tell you, as a kid, I didn't fucking notice.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there's been plenty of instances where I am like, someone different, same person doing a different voice.
I
don't
was kind of stunned when I learned that voice actor for Superman in Justice League was different.
know. Yeah, I mean, it also feels like it's been longer because we had that long hiatus as well.
Sure.
Because of the strikes.
Yeah,
But-
we stopped watching.
And like I never stopped thinking about it. I do
Fair.
find it hilarious that by the time we broke and we're like, fuck it, we'll just watch because we gotta, and then immediately the strikes ended. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like looking back again, it's all good. Like it's all fucking really good. But like that first run of Batman is just like magical.
Yeah.
Magical good.
And that first one of Batman no other cartoon fucking looks like that.
Yeah.
Like this new animated stuff, because they're like doing these multiple shows and it's going to sort of carry into Justice League a little bit. Like There's way more that looks like this, and it's like all more streamlined. But like those first seasons of Batman were like they're being a little too ambitious with their character designs all done, and but like the animation's so fucking good that it carries it. Like they're actually able to pull it off and a lot.
Yeah.
It's kind of unbelievable. It's an unbelievable thing.
It's really like stupidly highly produced. Like that shit is incredible. Also, the fucking Batmobile. We got another ass shot of it in this batch, and there's no jet. There's not even a jet on it. There's not even a fucking jet on it, Hank. I could understand no close up, but god damn.
Yeah.
Where's the bendy mobile?
No more.
Lame.
No more.
I mean, that's the thing, right? You always got those first episodes. They ain't going anywhere.
Nope. You can always rewatch those old ones, and I certainly did many times.
Right to my fucking hard drive.
And I don't think the Batmobile in Batman Beyond is going to give you what you want. There's no rocket engine on that.
We'll see. I mean, I'm not a one-trick Ben.
It's a completely different vibe.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, for example, I think it's the Tim Burton Batmobile where it has like the wings,
the nipple.
It has the nipple, but doesn't also have like pretty high wings in the back, like vertical.
It does, yes.
Yeah, like I like the design of that a lot. But then like the
that's probably my second favorite Batmobile.
Like the tank in Christopher Nolan trilogy, like that does. I don't give a shit. That's not the Batmobile. That's just a thing that exists.
No,
to drive.
Yeah.
The motorcycle in that trilogy, that thing fucks. I love that design.
Sure.
I mean, when did Batman begin? When did we see the motorcycle? Was that in Batman Begins? Do you remember? I can't remember.
The motorcycle comes out of that fucking tank.
Yeah.
I think it's Dark Knight.
Okay, Dark Knight. That makes sense. I would have been in high school. You know what? Like, it didn't inspire me to like. So like, if I had seen that when I was little, I would have immediately gone to my Legos because like I had to fucking make this like a similar thing out of Legos. Sure. It didn't inspire me in that same exact way as like a child watching this, but I did go to Legos and immediately try to make that thing in Legos. Because like that was like the kind of shit that I was trying to make as a kid anyway. And then I saw that bike on the screen. I'm like, it's fucking fat. It has those thick ass tires. Like that's a 10 out of 10 design for me.
Sure.
Which that was something.
Yeah.
So like I like in this Robin's not Robin, Nightwing. Nightwing's bike, fucking cool. It's good shit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a podcast.
Hell yeah.
So we're doing Batman Beyond next.
Yes.
There's part of me that's like, we could just do Justice League. That's like the plot, but no, we should do Batman Beyond first. It's just there's so much of Batman Beyond.
It'll be fine.
I will also say, I don't know, this might get you more excited. Like Batman Beyond, I only really remember the first season. I actually don't have a lot of memories about past the first like 13 episodes.
That doesn't
instill
blends together confidence in me though.
No. Because it's because the first 13 episodes like have a kind of singular driving plot that then the show just doesn't have after that. It's just kind of episodic. Or like it then establishes like a new status quo and then kind of is just that for the rest of its runtime.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have like it doesn't like have the strong kind of ending that this has, that Superman did.
Sure. I mean the thing that is getting me really excited for it is that, you know, we did it on the sampler and now I have the context. Going back to that, I'm like, I remember roughly those episodes that we did, but like those are gonna fucking hit now. So
yeah,
That'll be really cool.
I think our first batch is fucking fire. It's like that we then have to do 3 more. Then I'm like, where is it gonna drag? And like, you know, it's still gonna be of a certain quality. It's none of it's gonna be bad. But
yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Also, I like that aesthetic. Like, I think it's a cool, because that's like the thing that I would see on that. Like, that's the one that I remember on TV, because I was like, when did it start? Do you remember? Was that also 99 or 98?
First episode 99.
Okay, yeah. So I was like right in that wheelhouse. Like I was 5 years old, so saw that shit. Not even that I super loved it, but like just internalized it because it was in front of me.
Sure.
Like that's the intro that I remember a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I'll get into it. The other thing I remember is I know like the weakest part of Justice League is like the first season. It's all uphill from there, but they struggle a bit to deal with that many characters at once.
I could see that. Yeah, that makes sense. Doesn't surprise me.
They played a little safe with their stories they chose to tell early on. I would also say.
Sure.
Like there's like commentary tracks of them saying like, yeah, it was kind of the first time we kind of failed. we're like they didn't hit it a home run.
Yeah.
After like Batman, Superman, and Batman Beyond.
Yeah, all great
fucking
shit.
Beloved out of the gate. Yeah. Because Batman Beyond out of the gate, it's like kind of at its peak. It's kind of firing on all cylinders fucking right away, I will say. Like the first season, really fucking good.
Hell yeah.
And again, as I've said many times, it's what if Batman were Spider-Man? Like Terry McGinnis is just Spider-Man, except he's Batman.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, like I said last time, I'm happy that there's still a bunch to do. Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Yeah. Soul Circle Podcast at gmail.com, Soul Circle Pod on Twitter, anchor.fm/Salt Circle, youtube.com/@Salt Circle. I'm on Twitter @Comic Panels.
Hell yeah.
Peace.